Alright, it's been a hot second since I've done a update video. Been super busy at work. Accomplished, not a lot, but a fair amount. Here's my Shania got everything that she can reach, and then we got to bust out the ladder. You can see because there's no orange dots except for, I don't know, probably 8 feet and beyond where her little arms go. For the pigs, I moved the little pigs out of their little, which is here. We were gonna stick chickens in here, but we decided to do something a little bit different. So this is all seeded with ryegrass and turnips. And they got moved. There's a little cat up against a tree. The cat actually got a mouse yesterday. So she's doing her job, and she ate the entire thing, so quite pleased with her. I got the sprinkler on it. We threw out seed on Sunday, so hopefully by Sunday we see some grass coming up. I don't see anything at the moment, but hopefully it'll look like that with some turnips inside. And then we'll run the pigs back inside here and then seed out the field and run and whatnot. My arugula and garlic that I did is looking phenomenal. Arugula. And this is all, I wouldn't say 100% organic, but it's as organic as we can go. I mean, I did not add any fertilizer or insecticide. So this is just all in the manure that we planted it in. And then my garlic, this is eight cloves, I think. I think we planted 8 cloves worth in here. And it's every 2 or 4 inches or whatever. And I think all of them came up, so that'll be nice. I've got turnips. I've been thinning them out, giving them to the pigs because the pigs really like them. My garden. My carrots are coming up. My peas, sugar snap peas, are doing good. And then I've got more turnips and broccoli, and they're all doing pretty well, so we'll see what happens. But, so I know it looks like trash in here, but I moved the pig water over here, so that way they're out of the outside pen. Eee. Get my toes a little wet. They've been digging up against the wall. I gotta run the hot fence along everything else. That's why there's stuff just jammed everywhere, because they're digging, trying to get over into the chickens. Other than that, we ran hot fence, which you can see most of the way out into the run, except for around where the chickens are, which I'm surprised that the pigs have not dug into where the chickens are. All the extra stuff that I have. Dog kennel, wood, frost netting, little tiny trailer. And then the run that goes open that way. So in about a month, hopefully when that is looking good, I'll move the pigs back into there. And then we will overseed with ryegrass and turnips this little area and the run, so that way they are on fresh pasture. And we'll walk over to the pig. So of the 2 feeder pigs, one we processed half of it, 2 weeks ago now, and then the other half is in the freezer, which I'll show you in a second, because we're going to use that for the hog roast. And then the other one is still alive until, I don't know, either this weekend or next weekend when I call the guy that helped me process it, or whenever he has time, we'll go and piece it up. But here is the one in the freezer. I know it looks kind of like a mummy, but so it's skin on. It's just half a pig. We killed it, cleaned it, split it. But before all that, well, we killed it and then put scalding water on it and scraped it. It was a very big undertaking. It was interesting. It was kind of fun. I don't know if I'll do it again. I could do it once a year, but that's about it. Definitely could not do every pig like that. It was kind of a pain. When it was easy, but the armpits to get the hair out was super difficult. And I don't know, plucking a chicken is way easier. Here's this fatty. So probably this weekend or next weekend. And this was the one that drinks the beer before he eats the corn. And he's looking pretty chunky. He should be tasty. It looks tasty. I've been putting all my manure, chicken manures over there. That's the chicken manure. This is the grass, pig manure. Oh, okay, that's out of the pig pen that we put the grass seed in. And then that's just the extra leaves that came from the yard or whatever. And then once we get rid of him, I'll chunk up all this and move it in and spread it around so that way it gives me some organic material into the dirt. My little females, they were just in the pool a second ago. We got the little Berkshire. She's doing very well. And then we've got my little Hampshires. They decided to dig themselves a little hole over there to not wallow in because there's no water, but I don't know, maybe to get just some dust, like a little dust bath, kind of like chickens. I'm not entirely sure. But they've been on this little tiny, I'm not even going to call it pasture, but a little tiny field or whatever for, I don't know, 2-3 months. And their manure is finally starting to pile up, so that's why we seeded the other little pasture. We're going to move them from here to there, rake this, flatten it out, maybe hit it with some water. It is nice and green compared to where I raked, because we got the chicken, one little chicken tractor or whatever. Feeder pig's digging around. He was super sad after we killed his buddy. Literally had tears. This is kind of interesting. I don't know, still comes up to me, so that's a plus. The little tiny pigs come up to me. I mean, they're not so tiny anymore. My buddy's wife is convinced that this one is blind. Come here, pig! Come here, pig! I mean, they let me pet them. They don't try to eat me. We got this one. This one's a little bitey, but I don't know if it's because it's blind or just the type. It's just this little demeanor. I don't know. The little black one, if you start rubbing it, it'll usually lay down. I don't know, it's kind of neat. Show you the chickens. Had a buddy over here, not this last Sunday, but another Sunday ago, so probably 10 days ago, and he was walking around and was super surprised that it didn't smell like manure out here. I'm like, well, yeah, that's because I move everything every single day, except for the pigs. The pigs are on pasture, except for the feeder pig, but the feeder pig goes to the bathroom in the same spot, and if you throw enough hay in there, it doesn't usually stink, so it's just, I don't know. These are the meat chickens that are done this Saturday. And they are enormous. Probably the biggest chickens that we've had in a while. Either we got a whole bunch of roosters or their genetics are just that good. I'm not entirely sure. Don't really care. And then we had a bunch of die-offs. And then these are the replacement chickens that they sent, which will get dispersed into the tractors on Saturday also. They're looking good. Just topped off their water and feed. They got to get moved here in another hour or so. Yeah, I don't know why that one's just laying there. They're weird. They're like whatever, I'd say whatever bit of shade, but they don't really have any sun that comes in. And I just raked the ground with a little pull behind rake, but this is what the field looks like with moving them every day. So that should be super nice this upcoming spring. And then I've got this little middle patch right here. So these ones are gonna go down and come up. And then these, one more move would be Friday. One more move will be Saturday, and we'll pull them from there. And then this whole middle area will be chickens, the medium chickens. And then we'll move them. These ones will go down, back up, and then over, and then through over that way. And then that'll give me a single run through all of the grass before springtime. I want to try it with a double run, and then switching up where their feeders are at, so that way the manure is more evenly concentrated. But that might be another year or so, maybe next year, just because I like to see the way that the grass grows. I'll show you the little wallowish thing that they made. So they just decided to dig a little hole to get into some dirt. I mean, they're out there. They eat the grass. They eat the pecans that come off of the tree. I don't know. They seem happy. They got a little kiddie pool with water in it, so they can drink out here, and they lay in it when they get hot. But whatever they dig for, I don't know. Grubs, whatever, roots. And this next little pin, look at them. They come running. They're so interested. They're like little dogs. They're so much fun. Alright, Piggy. These little guys, which are also getting killed on Saturday, are in my 4x8 tractor. They just fill up their water with manure and grass and whatever else. Well, they're pretty big though. These will be some big chickens this go around. But they, when I move them, are the slowest chickens. They're so worthless. We literally have to pry them along with a stick to get them to move. So I don't know if I just grabbed all of the worthless chickens out of the batch to put it in the same pen, or if a couple of them decided they were going to be worthless and then all the other ones follow along. I don't know. Today for Thanksgiving we're making a roast duck. I'm going to do a blueberry honey with a half a vanilla pod and wine sauce. which should be pretty tasty. Pretty excited about that. The duck is roasting right now. It should be about done. And the other side, carrots. Carrots are not doing as good as I wanted them to, but they're growing. The beets are doing okay, whatever. But the turnips and broccoli are doing the best here. My little pigs. When we come out here and move chickens at night, they come running out in the evening just to see what's going on. My laying hens. Oh. I'll show you my little chickens. Oop, shut off the water. And show you the 100. We ordered 100. They sent 102. I think we're down to 98. So we lost 4 since we got them, which is really good. Sinead's out here picking oranges. And for how big these are, they're huge. Little satsumas, but usually last year they were all about this size, and this year they're like the size of navel oranges. And they taste super good. Lemon tree. The cat caught a mouse yesterday and ate it, so she's doing her job. The dog, I don't know. The dog's a dog, whatever. I got stuff everywhere. Ugh. These are my new chickens. They came the week of the November 9th. They came like 3 or 4 days early, so that's why everything else is all thrown about, because they came a couple days early. There's 98 of them in here. It's a 4x8 little area for them. They seem to be doing fine. This Saturday, when we process like 60 and change out of the 4x8 and the 8x8, they'll get moved out into an 8x8. And the other medium-sized chickens that are in the 8x8 will get dispersed in between the 8x8 and the 4x8. So, go from there. In the front yard, I cut back the wisteria bushes back down to almost nothing because they grow super out of control to where they're trying to take over the house. And then the bushes that were out in the front of the house, we cut them down and burned them. Still trying to see if any trees grow up out of there. If not, I'll just mow it. I don't know. Whatever. My camellia is flowering. I got the pink ones, white ones. So they're doing all right. The tree that fell during Sally last year, I've been trying to burn out the last couple days. This is how far I've gotten so far. This is the end piece that came off of there, right here. Might try to use the truck to stand this up and cut a chair out of it. I think it'd be kind of fun with the girls. Probably with the other piece of this. Oop. I'll cut it down the middle and then just start cutting slabs out of it. And then start chopping it for either chop wood or just to make it easier to burn. I don't know. Last Sunday, 10 days ago or so, we filled up this entire thing with wood. So that was fun. Cut it, split it, hand split it with an axe. I mean, it's 4x8 by at least 6 or 7 feet tall. I felt like I got hit by a car until about Thursday that week, just from chopping so much. So I don't know if I'm in shape, out of shape, whatever. It is what it is. What are you gonna do? But that's about the update. hopefully I'll try to do one. So we're killing on Saturday. I might stick a GoPro up and kind of show how we process. I don't know yet. I've got a buddy coming over and his girlfriend that kind of wants to see, and she's kind of interested. So I don't know, I might do another video on Saturday, but otherwise I'll do another update video probably Sunday at least, hopefully. I'm gonna try to be a little more consistent than what I have been. Did good at the beginning and kind of fell off, so I don't know, whatever. But that's about it.